Hey, Mr. Manly here with lesson number 123 in How to Be Manly. Spring has sprung, and now in April, I thought it'd be a good time to plant some pansies. I know what you're thinking. Mr. Manly, a pansy? You still have to dig a hole and get dirt on you. Yeah, you'll get to feel quite manly. So, I went to my local home and garden center and was assisted by a young woman named April. I said, that's a fitting name for the month we are in. And she said, thank you, and may I offer to assist you? That's when I said, your assistance will be plenty for me. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, follow along in your manual, page 65, and repeat after me. Number 1, do those pansies come with a piece of April until a morning in May? Number 2, hey there, April, grab your pansies, then I'll be in full bloom. And number 3, I don't need fertilizer. You already made my miracle grow. Then, as April's father shows up and teaches you more than you ever wanted to know about fertilizer, as he crams it down your throat, you'll realize just what kind of man you are. Until next time, this is Mr. Manly saying, be manly and good day.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Today is Earth Day. I refuse to observe it until wind and fire each get their own day. Mike Tyson reportedly punched a guy out who was bothering him on a flight. I guess when they say pop makes you mellow, the margin of error is Mike Tyson. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wants to take away special protections from Disney World. If he's successful, anti-vermin laws would require exterminators to capture and kill Mickey Mouse.
It's 60 Minutes meets Gone in 60 Seconds. Tune in Monday for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Do you got to be to start some static with a former heavyweight champion? Yeah, good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. I'm like, didn't this guy ever see The Hangover?
You're going down.
Yeah, Mike Tyson teed off on a guy who was harassing him on an airplane on Wednesday. How does that happen? How do you harass Mike Tyson? Mike was on his way home from San Francisco to Miami for a marijuana convention. Sure, why not? When some moron started bothering him from the seat behind him. There's video posted by TMZ that shows the guy being a complete ass. And then cuts to Tyson pummeling him, just pummeling him. Then it shows the guy with some cuts on his face. Now, it doesn't look like he took a ton of damage. Mike was leaned over his own seat back, punching down. And another guy was trying to stop him, so it's not like he was landing haymakers here, you know? But Tyson's rep says the idiot actually threw a water bottle at him, although there is no video of that. Police, they're looking into it. They say the so-called victim was treated for non-life-threatening injuries and didn't really cooperate with their investigation. Yeah, I guess it's time to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Don't whip Tyson on a tarmac, or it is likely you will be smacked. Don't whip Tyson on a jet, or you will get hit in the head. Don't whip Tyson in first class, or he will put a hurt on your ass. Don't whip Tyson on a flight, or he could easily end your life.
Hey guys, Mother Earth here. Just wanted to say thanks for Earth Day. A whole day in honor of me. Seriously, you shouldn't have. But as long as we're doing it, I figured I'd clear up a few things. First, I'm tired of everyone making me out to be some sensitive hippie. Are you kidding? I love me some coal mines. When you guys tunnel in like that, Also, huge NASCAR fan. Second, we do need to talk about Amazon Prime. Have you seen the packaging? They will triple bubble wrap a sheet of stamps. How many of you really need a set of barbecue tongs delivered the next day? Don't you people buy stuff while you're, out enjoying me anymore? And finally, it sounds like a lot of you are way stressed about whether I'm warming or changing or whatever. Chill. I got this. I mean, I'll be fine. You guys? Not so much.
The following rant may cause you to pull your hair out, scream at the radio, punch the dashboard. Complaints should be addressed to Loudmouth Yambag at rock107.com.
Hey, I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and here's what's got me jacked. Netflix stock dropped a ton earlier this week. The news came after a recent price increase by Netflix, which followed news that Netflix was going to crack down on passcode sharing, at least outside of America. And it's been tough on many streaming services. Hulu, Disney Plus, and others have had to increase prices and have lost subscribers. Many are wondering why. Others have theories ranging from streaming fatigue to political leanings to being to blame. May I offer yet another theory to the mix, one I think many pundits and armchair quarterbacks are missing. Streaming is down, prices are up. Maybe inflation's to blame. Yeah, inflation. Think about it. Gas prices are up, so most consumer goods are up too. Take a look at your grocery bill. I don't know about you, but mine's up damn near 20% in the last few months. So now I got to think, where do I cut? I mean, utilities, got to have them, got to have gas for the car, and I got to have food in the house, so something's got to give. Well, maybe, just maybe, I don't need to be dropping $15 plus a month on Netflix. Don't think that conversation hasn't played out all over America. Inflation is higher than Snoop Dogg was on Wednesday, and now Netflix is thinking of adding in commercials to the mix to make some money. What? Yeah, many streaming platforms are starting to add commercials to the mix. And I don't know about you, but it makes my blood boil. And I know what you're saying. Prospector, Rock 107 plays commercials. Without commercials, you wouldn't make any money. Yeah, that's true. But you know what Rock 107 doesn't do? Charge you $15 a month to listen. Yeah, you don't subscribe. It's free to listen, so we need commercials. That's why you get to listen without paying us any money. But Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Paramount, yeah, they all yank a few bucks a month off your debit card, and now they want to add commercials? Hey, I paid for this crap. It's like when I plunk down $12 and head to Cinemark, and the first thing I see is a commercial. You know what I do? I get up and ask the manager for some of my money back. I paid to see this poorly acted farce. I don't need Coke or Volvo or anyone else trying to sell me before it happens. You want to run commercials, and it should be free to use, just like we are here at Rock 107. I'm Prospector. I'm for the people. Who's with me? I gotta go crazy, man!
Ever see the crazy guy screaming at the wall outside the Times building?
Where does this rage come from, my son?
Tweet us with hashtag #IFoundProspector and we'll come and get him. Prospector, mornings on Rock 107.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A 94-year-old World War II vet in New Jersey recently lost his house to a fire, along with everything he owned. But now people in his community have raised over $170,000 to help him out. He says it proved to him that there are still a lot of good people in the world.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
How many do you do? Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Today is Earth Day. Yeah, it's Earth Day. I don't know if you know this, but there's 5 easy things you can do that'll help save the planet. I feel a little better that I already do 2 of them. 1, turn off the faucet when you're brushing your teeth, washing your face, or shaving to save water. That's one I already do. Not because I care about Mother Earth, but because I'm abundantly cheap and I don't want to pay a water bill for that. Speaking of water, you can help reduce the number of plastic water bottles that end up in our oceans and landfills by using reusable water bottles. Also, look for leaks in your house. A leaky toilet can cost you 200 gallons a day. Yeah, it's a lot of waste. 200 gallons a day. So to detect a leak in your toilet, add food coloring to the tank water. If the colored water appears in the bowl, the toilet's leaking. Take a reusable shopping bag and use those at the grocery store, Target, or even the mall. Skip the plastic bags as often as you can. And number 5, another one I already do, not every day, but occasionally and more often than many people, walk or bike instead of driving. Yeah, I do it to work sometimes. I'll do it to the store. It helps cut out CO2 emissions, and you'll get some exercise, which is the main reason I do it. So I'm unwittingly helping the earth, and you could take one of those 5 steps or all of them and help out too.
What's a Yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Week.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
A man in Oklahoma was arrested recently after trying to steal a new Audi from a dealership. When employees blocked the guy, he claimed he was a U.S. Marshal because President Trump enacted martial law.
Nominee number 2.
A woman in Australia said her elderly parents parked in her driveway and blocked the sidewalk recently. Someone came along and vandalized their car with permanent marker over it.
Nominee number 3.
A 21-year-old man was busted on drug charges in the United Kingdom recently after he drew attention to himself by shining a laser pointer at a police helicopter. He was sentenced to 2 years in juvenile detention. He was a juvenile when the crime occurred.
Nominee number 4.
A guy in Minneapolis threatened a hotel employee with a magic wand on Friday, but ran off after they responded by pulling a gun on him. Cops eventually caught up with him and arrested him.
And the winner is...
The man who tried to steal an Audi at a dealership by claiming he was a U.S. Marshal. Yeah, like that entitles you to take any damn car you want. You are the Yambag of the Week. Stay tuned Monday morning for more nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Day right here on Rock 107. For listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.